Hello vlog family! I am getting ready, well I am ready actually. I'm waiting to get a message from Kristen because her and her mom are on their way to pick me up to head to Atlanta for the Grooming Expo that is there, and I'm very excited. Dan is going to miss me for a day. He's very distraught about it. But we're just going overnight, and then we're going to be at the expo tomorrow, and I have a mint in my mouth right now if I sound funny. But I'm very excited. I'm going to film what I can. I don't know how much I can film, so it might just be a, once we get in the car on the way there, or once I get home, I'll sit down and fill you in on everything type of deal. We'll find out, but I'll record what I can. We made it to the hotel, and this is our view in front of our hotel room. Look at that. Look at that drop.
Look, someone's guts are spotted down there.
Ew.
I'm kidding, it's me.
Delicious food. Do you want to be in my vlog at all or no?
What now?
Do you want to be in my vlog?
Yeah. She doesn't get us.
This is Kristen's mom. Yum.
Yeah.
So ready for food. Hello everybody, it is Monday now. We got back from Atlanta probably 8 o'clock-ish last night, and I've spent most of today sleeping. I am so worn out. The time change killed me once I got home. Like yesterday, we survived through it because we woke up and we had the Grooming Expo, and it was just go, 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 and I got home and I was up until about 11 because I was just kind of like wound up still, and today I've just slept all day. I took like a 2-hour nap earlier. But yeah, I filmed a decent amount at the expo yesterday, and I wanted to go ahead and just do kind of like a voiceover / explanation of it because while I was filming, I didn't really have a chance to explain anything that was happening. So basically what we did was we got there really bright and early, just a little after 7 o'clock in the morning. We made it here. It is very early. It's daylight savings, so we lost an hour of sleep. So all of us are just kind of like, made it here. It looks a lot less busy than I thought it would be. Yeah, we're also right next to the airport, so.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah. And after we got signed in and everything, we had about 30 to 45 minutes before our first demo. So we were walking around and they said, the rescue rodeo is going on right now. And we were like, what is that? Apparently one of the events at this Grooming Expo that was happening Sunday morning was a rescue rodeo where groomers sign up to groom a rescue dog. There was probably 30 groomers there, and they all had a table, and a woman was going around handing out cards to each of them at random, basically just letting them pick a card, and that was the dog they were gonna groom. They had partnered with a few different dog rescues in the area. The groomers got to go to the rescue area that was set up and get their dog that they had gotten, that they had been assigned, and they spent 30 minutes just loving on the dog. So all of the groomers got their dog, spent 30 minutes just getting to know the dog, and then from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock, so they had 3 hours to groom the dog. And that's washing, drying, haircut, everything. And what they were being judged on was not only the quality of the haircut after they were done, but also how they interacted with the dog. So if the dog was really, really scared, the judges were watching to see how these groomers handled that. If they handled the situation well with being really careful with the dog, or if they were being rough with the dog, or seeing how they responded to if the dog kept trying to bite them. And all of that played into what everybody's final score was. We were watching, one person got a really cute little long-haired chihuahua. So they had 3 hours start to finish to groom this chihuahua and do whatever they wanted to it. And somebody else got a standard poodle that was massive. And so you have no idea what kind of dog you got. And you could do absolutely any haircut you wanted to on this dog. So some people had to shave their dogs down because they were matted. Some people got a dog that you couldn't do much of a haircut on because its hair didn't really allow for that elaborate of a haircut. You had to just work with what you were given and the time you were given. So we weren't able to stay to watch very much of it because we had to leave for our first grooming demo that we had signed up for, because we had signed up for 2. And the first one we went to go watch was a Schnauzer grooming demo. And that was really cool. We went in and you basically were in there for an hour and a half, and there was a woman who explained how to properly groom a Schnauzer. And we both already knew pretty well how to groom a Schnauzer. But it was really cool how she explained why the lines for the haircut were where they were supposed to be and the reasoning behind those lines. And she explained like why Schnauzers get eyebrows and why their eyebrows are shaped how they're supposed to be shaped. And it was really, really good. So although we already pretty much knew the haircut and what we were supposed to do, it was really cool to know why you were doing it. So we took away a lot from that. And there was also a really cute puppy that we saw afterwards that was absolutely adorable. And then the next class that we had was just a half an hour after that. So we basically just went to the bathroom and then came back to go to that class. And that was to watch a grooming demo on a Bichon. And that was really cool because I have very, very, very little experience with grooming Bichons. So it was really cool to be able to watch somebody groom a really nice looking Bichon and groom it really well. This woman who gave the demo on the Bichon also did an amazing job of explaining why you gave it the specific haircut that you gave it and why you left hair in certain areas and took more hair away from other areas. And it was very, very good. So I recorded a lot of that demo so I could go back and watch it, and it was very, very good. So after that was over, we went ahead and headed back to the main room where they had all of the booths and everything set up for everybody for products and all of that, and in the very back of the room is where they were having the rescue rodeo. And we went back to see because they were getting ready to present awards. And so we got to see all of the dogs. We got to see a lot of the dogs before, and now we were looking at all of the dogs after. And this one little Shih Tzu in particular was the cutest thing. He was so happy. And he was, I guess he must have been matted or something because she had to take him pretty low, but she gave him a mohawk. And it was so cute, and he was just the happiest little thing, and his tail was just going like crazy, and it was adorable. What was also really cool is that all of these dogs were up for adoption, so people could have just adopted the dogs that day and taken them home with them, type of thing, which I think is really, really cool. They went ahead and started giving out all of the awards, and I think I have a video clip of all 5, because it was 1st through 5th place. And what's really cool is each placement got a plaque and cash prize. And that 1st place also got a really cool trophy. But so that was really, really neat. After we get done watching that, then we went ahead and started working our way through up and down all of the aisles that had all of the products and everything in them. And I don't think I filmed very much of that at all, but I did try to get a few clips of some dogs that were walking around that were really cute. I got to meet the Tibetan Mastiff that won Best Tibetan Mastiff in the Westminster in 2018 and 2019, and I got to snuggle him, and he was adorable.
Yeah, stuff and parts.
But you're famous.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
It's a good texture.
You're a famous pup. You're huge.
If I'm doing a plant sag,
You're absolutely massive.
and I'll dry it, and then I'll take the comb fucked up, and it helps.
So big.
Yeah.
And then, while we were walking around, we went and we got lunch, and then when we came back, we were walking around looking through things some more, and the creative grooming was getting ready to start. If you're not familiar with creative grooming, that's when people take their dogs, and you cut the hair and dye the hair in a way to make all of these crazy designs, and it is so cool, and it's so hard to do, because the amount of creativity that you have to have in your brain to execute that is insane. So I saw this guy walking around, and I got to get a cool little video of him, and she ended up winning 3rd place. We left the event before they gave out the prizes because we were completely exhausted, but she ended up winning 3rd place. We saw it on Instagram. And if I know who won first and second, I'll try to insert pictures here. These were all of the other entries and people who entered into it, and just the designs and the detail on these were absolutely incredible. I especially loved the Lady and the Tramp one. That one I thought was just so cool. And there were 2 cats, which was the last thing I was expecting to see. I mean, you can groom cats, that's a thing, it's totally fine, but I didn't realize or like really expect to see cats there. And yeah, the cats were pretty nervous, but I mean, they did okay. Like, the dogs weren't trying to eat them and they weren't trying to run away or anything. But so that was really, really cool. But then we ended up heading home, and I fell asleep the second we got into the car, and I slept for about an hour on the way home. And then we're back to today. So the plan for today is I'm going to get working on uploading the States recipe video that's going live this Wednesday. It'll have been up already by the time you guys see this vlog, but it is installment number 2, and I had a near heart attack the last time I went to edit these clips together, because I had edited each state, each day that we had done the states. I'd edited all of those and had those saved on a flash drive, and there wasn't enough room on the computer to upload all of those clips and combine them all into one video, so I had to wait until we cleared some room off of the computer to then put all of those on. So we'd gotten all the space cleared off on the computer, and I plugged in my flash drive to upload all of them, to upload the clips so that I could put them all together and put final touches on the video. And they weren't on the flash drive. And I thought, like, I didn't think anything of it because I used 2 different flash drives for putting clips on. So I'm like, oh, okay, they're just on the other one. Okay. So I took that one out and I put the other one in, and they weren't on that one either. And I thought, this isn't okay. So I took that one out, put a third flash drive in that I don't use for video clips but stays with those other flash drives. So I thought maybe I somehow grabbed that one by mistake and put the clips on there. They weren't on there. So then I thought, okay, let me try that first one again, because maybe I just overlooked it and I'm like freaking out for no reason. Put the first one back in. They're not there. So I start panicking. My heart is sinking. I feel like I'm about to cry because this is a month's worth of footage that I've been prepping. Like, that video took me about a month altogether to film, because I mean, obviously I'm only filming the specific day that we're making these things, but it takes a lot of prep work. It takes a lot of energy to do each one of these new meals. So each video takes me about the span of a month to complete, and then I have to edit it all together. And I thought, we did all of this work and I cannot find any of this footage. And so I'm panicking. Dan can see that I'm panicking, so he asks what's up and I tell him, and he goes, how? And I go, I don't know. So I opened up iMovie, because that's what I edit everything on, to see if maybe somehow they got saved into iMovie and didn't transfer onto the flash drives for whatever reason. And iMovie was empty. And I thought, oh my gosh, like I actually feel like I'm going to start crying. So then I look, and the trash bin on the computer was full. And usually I empty that thing every single time I put something in it, because that takes up a lot of space. And I thought, let me just look in there, although I know I wouldn't have deleted these. And all of the clips were in there. And I thought, how? I put them back onto the computer, and I made sure I saved them properly. Apparently, I had an old vlog saved on the main flash drive that I use that I had deleted because it had already been uploaded and I didn't need to keep it anymore. And somehow, when I clicked the vlog to delete it, it somehow also highlighted those clips and put them in the trash as well. And I don't know how that happened, but I've made sure to be extra careful when I'm deleting clips ever since, because I know I didn't individually click each one of those, and I know I didn't accidentally swipe over them and highlight them because like they were not close to each other in the flash drive. So I don't know how it happened. I saved them, got them edited, got everything saved it to the flash drive, and made sure it was on the flash drive before I ejected the flash drive, because I also make sure that I'm ejecting the flash drive properly and not just pulling it out of the computer, because that can cause you to lose some footage too. So made sure I did all of that properly, but almost had a heart attack that I lost 5 states worth of recipes and footage. So just know, if you go to watch that video, that video almost made me cry. So that was that excitement. But now I'm gonna go ahead and work on uploading that and make for supper tonight. We're having Italian stuffed peppers, which isn't a state recipe at all. It's just one of the recipes that we actually haven't had in over a year, but it's a good recipe. So I'm gonna make that. That's the current game plan. Hello everybody, it is Wednesday today. Dan and I are getting ready to make some supper and to grill, and we were going to borrow the grill from our neighbors downstairs, and he was like, I'm at work, so this is the earliest time we can get the grill. We're like, oh yeah, that's fine, whatever, that'll work. And he isn't back yet, and it's been like over an hour. So we were like, okay, where are you? And our another neighbor of ours, has this tiny little girl that Dan saw sitting on their patio, and he saw that she was on our way home, so he went ahead and just walked up to her and asked to be like, hey, now that you have that there, we're supposed to borrow a grill from this guy, but he isn't back from work yet. Is there any way we could just borrow that tonight if you guys don't need it? And she was like, oh, you can have it. So now we have our own little grill out there. Look at how adorable it is. Now we don't have to go up and down all the stairs. It's gonna be great. And Dan's currently warming up some coals in there right now.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
And reading. Ew. But we're gonna go ahead and get that warmed up and then start cooking. We are cooking another state recipe tonight. It's Hawaii today, so that's very fun. We were talking about how now that we have this tiny little grill, we don't have to now that we have that little grill and we're not having to worry about borrowing a grill from somebody else or anything like that. Dan's eyes got huge at the thought of all of the things he can grill now whenever he wants. So we might be grilling a lot more than we used to, which I'm not mad about because I personally love the smell of a grill. We're actually cooking brats as well as the Hawaiian dish because Dan just wanted to grill more things. Dan and I are going for a walk to take out some trash from supper tonight, and we cooked another state recipe tonight, and I'm not going to tell you what state and I'm not going to tell you what we ate, but this was the very first recipe that we've made that has been a major strikeout. It was not good. Neither of us enjoyed it. We tried making it 2 different ways, and the one way was not good at all. The other way was a little more redeemable, but still not something we would ever make again. It was an interesting experience seeing Dan take a bite of something and immediately say, I'm okay throwing this away. Because if any of you know Dan, you know he is not one to turn down food or to turn away food, and never has he ever stuck his nose up at food. And he did essentially all of those things in the matter of like 30 seconds. So this was a brand new experience for both of us. We're going for a walk now to take out the trash, and it is gorgeous outside. I mean, we're both in t-shirt and jeans, and it is just so nice, and I think spring is finally here.